I always try and do this interesting intro where I talk about something, but then my video just always goes on too long and I end up having to cut it, so I get on with the theme right away. This week's theme is to talk about our feelings and, I guess, our history with reading and books. When I was younger, I wasn't exactly a big fan of reading. I think Caitlin, Jessica, and Erica, they all said that they liked to read when they were younger. I did not share that enjoyment. I think it was because reading was involved with school and I wasn't a big fan of school. I also don't think I was a particularly good reader. I had trouble doing book reports, but maybe that's just because the book report was just confusing to do. School was just not a good time for me back then, and I was not a fast learner when I was younger. But, you know, I guess that consequence carried on as I grew older, that I just didn't like reading that much. Like, I would read the books for school and stuff like that, but that was about it. I never read for enjoyment. I blame video games for that. And then came along the Vlogbrothers. Obviously, I became kind of big fans, and I guess the best way to say it would be that I kind of wanted to get my John and Hank Green fix. Like, I was going through all of the Brotherhood 2.0 videos, and another way to get more of John and Hank was through John Green's books. So I went out and got Looking for Alaska, and then I read it and I enjoyed it. Like, I think Jessica talked about enjoying like the act of reading and then the story. Like, I enjoyed both. The story was great, and I think I spent my nights reading that. Like, I stayed up from like midnight till 5 a.m. reading. It was summer, so nothing to lose, and I just really enjoyed it. It was relaxing. So that kind of got me inspired to start reading some of the books that I already had, one of which was the Deltora Quest series. I had bought the entire series during elementary school once for some reason, but I never read it. But then I did, and I guess this started off the chain reaction of me going through all of those books that I kind of skipped or just glanced over during my younger years. For example, in grade 6, our teacher read to us books by Richard Scringer because the author actually came to visit our school one time. Then in grade 5 we had to do a book report on a book one of our teachers had in class, and I grabbed Maniac McGee. I actually didn't even read all of it when I did the book report. And then in grade 3 my teacher had a kind of a mini library in her class, and she would read to us sometimes, and one of the books was Dragon Slayer's Academy, and my friends and I just found this book hilarious. And, you know, I got to reading young adult books as well. I read adult books as well. But for some reason, I really enjoyed children's books, like, you know, the ones I mentioned before. I should say I enjoy them because they're digestible. Like, I'm also reading The Vinyl Cafe, which I talked about before. And, you know, those stories are digestible. Not that I'm saying that, like, young adult or adult books are complicated. I mean, you can just read for enjoyment, but, you know, those books, there's usually deeper meanings in them, and you kind of have to essentially kind of analyze it to get the full effect. But these books, it's all right there. You can enjoy them as is. I don't mean to demean them, because, you know, I'm sure they have deep meaning as well, but it's just easier to enjoy, I guess. Before I go, I just want to say, Caitlin, I'm so sorry to hear what happened to you. It must suck terribly. It's not something that anyone should have happen to them. I know you put it on Twitter and Facebook, but I'm not sure if you want me to say what happened. Maybe it'd be better coming from you. But I hope you're doing okay, and I hope everything gets sorted out and justice gets served soon. And with that, I think I'm done for this week. Joanne, Rafi, we missed you. Joanne, I think it's your turn to set the theme next week as well, so looking forward to hear what you plan for us, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.